Have you ever taken a shower and felt strangely tired afterward? Or maybe you noticed a wave of dizziness when you stepped out of the bathroom. For most of our lives, taking a shower is just part of our daily routine, something we don't think twice about. But as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to changes in temperature, blood pressure, and circulation. And that means showering at the wrong time of day can quietly become dangerous, even life-threatening. Every year, thousands of seniors experience falls, fainting, sudden drops in blood pressure, or even strokes. And one of the hidden causes is something as simple as taking a shower at the wrong time. You may feel fine one minute, and then lightheaded, chilled, or short of breath the next. These aren't just random symptoms. They can be signs that your body is reacting poorly to the timing, temperature, or conditions of your shower. In today's video, we're going to uncover the most risky times of day to shower if you're over 60, and explain why those moments put extra strain on your heart, circulation, and nervous system. We'll also share the safest times to shower, what temperature to use, and a few simple changes that can dramatically lower your risk of stroke, falls, and exhaustion. You might be surprised to learn that showering first thing in the morning or too late at night, times most people think are harmless, could actually be triggering dangerous changes inside your body. But don't worry, we're not here to scare you. We're here to empower you with knowledge so you can make smarter, safer choices every day. So if you're someone who cares about protecting your health, staying independent, and avoiding unnecessary hospital visits, this is a video you'll want to watch until the very end. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks everyone. Now let's get started. Number 1, why timing matters more after 60. When 72-year-old Robert fell in the shower one morning, he told the paramedics, "I felt fine before I stepped in." He hadn't slipped. He hadn't fainted. But within minutes of stepping under the water, his vision blurred, his knees buckled, and he ended up on the floor. Luckily, he didn't hit his head, but the experience left him scared and confused. His doctor later explained that it wasn't just about the water. It was about when he took his shower and how his aging body responded to it. As we age, our bodies go through changes that affect how we regulate temperature, blood pressure, and circulation. These changes mean that certain times of day can become more sensitive and even risky for basic routines like showering. While it might seem harmless to jump into a hot or cold shower as soon as we wake up or late at night before bed, the truth is that our body's internal systems may not be ready, and pushing them too hard, too fast can have consequences. After the age of 60, one of the biggest changes is how our blood vessels respond to temperature and pressure. In younger adults, the cardiovascular system adapts quickly, but in seniors, blood vessels become less elastic, and the nervous system reacts more slowly to shifts. This means that even mild stress, like a sudden change in water temperature, can cause a drop in blood pressure, a rise in heart rate, or dizziness. Morning showers in particular can be risky. After sleeping, the body is in a resting state. Your heart rate is low, your blood pressure hasn't fully stabilized, and your core temperature is still rising from the cooler conditions of the night. If you immediately jump into a hot shower, the sudden heat causes your blood vessels to expand rapidly and your blood pressure to drop. That's a dangerous combination, especially if you're still dehydrated from sleep. And if the shower is cold instead, the sudden jolt can cause your blood vessels to constrict, which can spike blood pressure or trigger an irregular heartbeat. Similarly, nighttime showers, especially when taken close to bedtime, can interfere with the body's natural cooling down process. The body is designed to slowly lower its temperature in the evening to prepare for restful sleep. Taking a shower too late, or with water that's too hot or cold, can disrupt this process, confuse your body clock, and lead to poor sleep, nighttime waking, or even drops in body temperature during the night that are dangerous for seniors. This is why timing matters more after 60. It's not just about convenience or habit. It's about respecting your body's natural rhythm and knowing when it's most ready to handle changes in temperature and pressure. When you choose to shower at the wrong time, you may unknowingly put stress on your heart, your brain, and your balance. But the good news is, once you understand these patterns, you can use timing as a tool to protect your health instead of risking it. Robert, after speaking with his doctor, made just one change. He moved his shower time to mid-morning after having a light breakfast and some water. He also made sure the bathroom was warm before stepping in and allowed the water to be lukewarm rather than hot. The difference was dramatic. "I feel alert, clear, and strong now," he said, "and I haven't had another episode since." So before you step into the shower, take a moment to check in with your body. Are you hydrated? Have you been awake long enough to stabilize your circulation? Are you warm, comfortable, and alert? These simple questions could be the difference between feeling refreshed and risking a fall, a blood pressure drop, or worse. In the next section, we'll explore one of the most surprising dangers, early morning showers, and why this common routine may be putting your heart at risk. Number 2, early mornings, hidden risk for the heart. For many years, Harold, a 75-year-old veteran, started his day the same way. Rise at 6 a.m., stretch for a few minutes, and head straight to the shower. "It wakes me up," he used to say. But recently, things began to feel different. Some mornings, he felt dizzy before stepping out of the bathroom. Other times, his heart raced, or he'd feel a chill down his spine that wouldn't go away. He brushed it off until the morning he collapsed briefly in the hallway, just minutes after his usual shower. His doctor's words were simple but shocking. "Your early morning shower is stressing your heart." This might sound dramatic, but it's a real risk that many seniors never learn about until something goes wrong. The early morning hours, particularly the first 30 to 60 minutes after waking, are when the body is least prepared to handle sudden shifts in temperature, posture, and blood flow. During sleep, the heart rate slows, body temperature drops, and blood pressure naturally lowers. When we wake, the body begins a slow process of returning to daytime function, but it doesn't happen instantly. For seniors whose cardiovascular systems are often more fragile due to age, medications, or underlying conditions, rushing into a hot shower right after waking can cause rapid vasodilation, a sudden widening of the blood vessels. This drop in vascular resistance can cause blood pressure to plummet, especially if the body is still dehydrated from overnight fasting. The result? Dizziness, fainting, or an increased risk of falls, all of which can be devastating for older adults. Even worse, the heart itself may not react well to this sudden shift. Early mornings are already a high-risk time for heart attacks and strokes due to the natural morning surge in blood pressure and cortisol. Adding the physical stress of a hot shower or abrupt temperature change can tip the balance, especially in someone already managing heart disease or circulation issues. Cold showers aren't a safe alternative either. For some people, especially those with high blood pressure or heart rhythm problems, the shock of cold water on the skin first thing in the morning can cause blood vessels to constrict suddenly. This vasoconstriction can raise blood pressure sharply, lead to chest tightness, or even trigger arrhythmias. While cold exposure is sometimes promoted as healthy, it is not recommended for seniors unless specifically advised by a doctor and done under controlled conditions. Harold's cardiologist recommended that he change 2 things. Wait at least 60 to 90 minutes after waking before showering, and hydrate with a glass of warm water before doing so. These small changes helped regulate his blood pressure and prepare his body for the temperature shift. He also adjusted the water to a lukewarm temperature rather than hot and started warming up his bathroom to prevent thermal shock. After a few weeks, Harold felt noticeably better. No more dizzy spells, no more pounding heart after showering. He even felt more mentally clear in the mornings. "I didn't realize how much that shower was dragging me down," he said. "Now I feel like my body has a rhythm, and I'm not fighting against it." If you're someone who has always showered first thing in the morning, that habit might have worked for you in your younger years. But after age 60, your body becomes more sensitive to timing and temperature. The things that once energized you may now need to be handled with greater care. That doesn't mean giving up your routine. It just means adjusting it to better fit your current needs. Before hopping in the shower tomorrow morning, take a moment. Sit up in bed slowly, stretch, drink some warm water. Give your body time to wake up on its own. Then when your circulation is moving, your breathing is steady, and your energy is rising, That's the time to take your shower, not when your system is still trying to catch up. In the next section, we'll explore another unexpected danger: why showering too late at night, especially right before bed, may interfere with your body's ability to rest, regulate temperature, and even protect you from stroke while you sleep. Number 3. Late nights and the drop in body temperature. Margaret, a 78-year-old retired librarian, had a habit she loved: taking a warm shower right before bed. It helped her feel clean, relaxed, and ready to sleep. But lately, something had changed. She found herself waking up in the middle of the night, sometimes cold, sometimes with her heart racing. Her sleep felt lighter, more interrupted. At first, she blamed it on aging, but after a mild dizzy spell one night while drying off, she started to wonder, could her nightly shower be affecting her more than she thought? The answer, as it turns out, is yes, especially for older adults. While a warm shower can feel soothing before bed, the timing of your shower late at night can interfere with your body's ability to regulate temperature and protect your heart while you sleep. That's because as you age, your internal thermostat, the system that helps keep your body temperature stable, becomes more sensitive and less responsive to sudden changes. Let's break it down. As bedtime approaches, your body naturally begins to cool itself in preparation for sleep. This slight drop in core temperature helps signal to the brain that it's time to rest. But when you take a hot shower too late in the evening, especially within an hour of going to bed, you may actually disrupt that process. Your skin warms up, your blood vessels dilate, and your body gets the signal that it needs to release heat, which it can't do effectively if you're already under the covers or in a cool bedroom. The result is that your core temperature might drop too far during the night, especially in older adults whose temperature regulation isn't as strong, and that can cause chills, restlessness, or even a slight strain on the heart. In more serious cases, a significant drop in body temperature at night, especially after a late hot shower, has been linked to increased cardiovascular stress, including irregular heartbeats or poor circulation in extremities like hands and feet. For seniors who already have issues with blood pressure or fragile blood vessels, this can increase the risk of nighttime stroke or heart-related episodes during sleep. It's also important to understand that nighttime showers, particularly when paired with a cold bathroom, slippery floors, or post-shower dehydration, can create the perfect storm for falls or fainting, especially if someone is already tired from the day. Taking a shower when your blood pressure is naturally lower, your reflexes are slower, and your home is quieter and darker can turn a relaxing routine into a silent danger. When Margaret visited her doctor to share her concerns, she was advised to shift her showers to a bit earlier in the evening, around 6 to 7 p.m., instead of right before bed. She also warmed the bathroom ahead of time, used a non-slip mat, and made sure to drink a glass of warm water afterward to rehydrate. Within a week, she noticed her sleep had improved. No more chills at night, no more waking up startled. "It's like my body finally knew how to settle again," she said. The takeaway? It's not that evening showers are bad. In fact, a warm shower at the right time can help your muscles relax and prepare your mind for rest. But timing and temperature matter. Seniors should avoid showering within an hour of bedtime and should make sure the body has time to cool gradually and safely before lying down. This allows the natural sleep cycle to do its job, lowering your temperature slowly, helping your blood pressure settle, and guiding you into deeper, more restorative rest. If you've ever felt wired after a late shower or woken up shivering in the early morning hours, your body might be telling you something. It's asking for rhythm, for predictability, and for support. And adjusting your shower time is one small, simple way to give it just that. In the next section, we'll look at another common but misunderstood danger: why showering right after meals, even if you feel fine, could lead to digestive issues, lightheadedness, and hidden circulation problems. Number 4, showering right after meals, a recipe for digestive trouble. Helen, a 76-year-old widow living in Florida, always believed in cleanliness and routine. After every meal, especially dinner, she would take a shower to freshen up. It was her way of ending the day with a clean slate. But over time, she started noticing something odd: stomach discomfort after eating, occasional cramping, and feelings of heaviness that lasted for hours. At first, she thought it was something she ate, But when she mentioned her habit to her daughter, a nurse, the response surprised her. "Mom, did you know that showering right after eating could be the cause of your digestive issues?" For many people, especially seniors, the time immediately after a meal should be a period of rest and gentle digestion. When we eat, the body directs more blood toward the digestive tract to help break down food, absorb nutrients, and move things along smoothly. This process is energy-intensive and depends on adequate blood flow to the stomach and intestines. But when we shower too soon after eating, especially with warm or hot water, we unintentionally redirect that blood flow away from the digestive organs and toward the skin surface, especially in the limbs, to help the body adjust to the change in temperature. This shift in blood flow can slow digestion, cause bloating or indigestion, and in some cases, lead to dizziness or nausea, particularly for older adults whose circulatory systems are more sensitive. It's as if the body is being pulled in two directions, one part trying to break down food, the other trying to regulate temperature and blood pressure in response to the shower. And for seniors with already weakened digestion or issues like acid reflux, this internal tug-of-war can become even more uncomfortable. There's also the issue of postprandial hypotension, a condition common in seniors where blood pressure drops after eating. When you shower right after a meal, you're adding additional strain to an already vulnerable system. The combination of diverted blood flow and the natural dip in blood pressure can lead to lightheadedness, fatigue, or even fainting in extreme cases. Helen hadn't realized any of this. She thought her mild stomach pain was just part of getting older. But after changing her routine and waiting at least 45 to 60 minutes after eating before showering, the discomfort disappeared. "I never imagined that something so small could make such a big difference," she said. "But I feel lighter now, not just in my stomach, but in my whole body." Doctors and holistic health experts often emphasize the importance of rest after meals, especially for older adults. That doesn't mean lying down completely, which can also interfere with digestion, but rather taking time to sit, breathe, and allow your body to focus on processing the meal. A short walk, gentle stretching, or simply enjoying a cup of warm tea can support this process. Showering, on the other hand, especially with hot water, activates the nervous system in a different way and should be done once digestion is well underway. So what's the best approach? Give your body a buffer zone. Wait at least an hour after a moderate meal or 90 minutes after a heavy one before stepping into the shower. Use that time to hydrate, move gently, and allow your gut to do its important work. Not only will your digestion thank you, but you'll likely feel more comfortable and steady during and after the shower as well. As we age, every small decision around eating, movement, and daily routines matters more. And by giving our bodies the time they need, instead of rushing into the next task, we build a rhythm that supports energy, clarity, and longevity. In the next section, we'll explore a question many seniors ask. Are cold showers ever safe? You'll discover when they might help and when they could pose a serious risk to your heart and circulation. Number 5, cold showers. Are they ever safe for seniors? For most of his life, 70-year-old Dennis prided himself on being tough. A retired Navy man, he believed in discipline and resilience. So when he read an article about the benefits of cold showers, better circulation, more alertness, even reduced inflammation, he was intrigued. "I figured if it was good for young athletes, maybe it would help me too," he said. But after just a few days of turning the dial to cold, Dennis started feeling strange, shortness of breath, shivering that lasted hours, and one episode where he had to sit down quickly after stepping out of the shower. That's when he realized what's helpful for one body might be harmful for another. Cold showers have gained popularity in recent years, especially among younger people seeking mental clarity and stress relief. And while some of those benefits are real, they come with serious caveats, especially for seniors. As we age, the body's ability to regulate temperature becomes less efficient. Blood vessels don't respond as quickly. Muscles lose their thermal insulation, and the heart may not adjust well to sudden shocks. When a senior steps into a cold shower, the body reacts with a sudden constriction of blood vessels, known as vasoconstriction. This reflexive response is designed to preserve core temperature, but it also causes blood pressure to rise, heart rate to increase, and stress hormones like adrenaline to surge. For someone with a strong, youthful cardiovascular system, that might be tolerable. But for an older adult, especially one with high blood pressure, heart disease, or circulation issues, this can be extremely risky. In fact, studies have shown that cold exposure can trigger arrhythmias, chest tightness, or even cardiac events in vulnerable individuals. What's more, the risk of slipping or falling increases when the body is shivering or stiff from cold, as reflexes are slower and coordination is temporarily impaired. The feeling of breathlessness that comes with sudden cold water can also induce anxiety or panic, further taxing the heart and lungs. That said, cold water isn't always the enemy, but it must be approached with caution and only under certain conditions. For example, alternating between warm and cool water at the end of a shower, known as contrast hydrotherapy, can gently stimulate circulation without the shock of a full cold blast. Even that, however, should be done only after consulting a doctor, and only if the person is in otherwise good health. Dennis, after his experience, spoke with his primary care physician. Together, they came up with a modified plan. He could start with a comfortably warm shower, and if he felt stable, end with just 10 to 15 seconds of cool, not icy water on the legs or arms, never directly on the chest or head. It wasn't the same as a full cold shower, Dennis said, but it gave me the sense of alertness I wanted, without the dizziness. For most seniors, the safest approach is to stick with warm showers. Ideally lukewarm, not too hot, not too cold. Water should feel comfortable on the skin, not shocking. The bathroom should be warm, and there should be no rush. Towel off slowly, stay seated or supported if needed, and avoid quick temperature changes, especially on cold mornings or in winter. It's also helpful to listen to your own internal signals. If your fingers or toes often feel cold, if you're prone to chills, or if your heart feels sensitive after physical activity, cold showers are likely doing more harm than good. That doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're wise to honor what your body's asking for. Aging isn't about avoiding discomfort at all costs. It's about respecting limits and finding the version of vitality that suits you now. If you enjoy the mental refreshment of cooler water, there are gentler ways to achieve it. Try washing your face with cool water or walking outdoors in the morning air. But don't force your body into stress just to follow a trend. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at warm showers, why they're often safer, but what hidden risks they still carry when not used carefully, especially for seniors with blood pressure issues. Number 6, warm showers, the safe choice, but with a catch. After a few uncomfortable episodes with cold showers, 81-year-old Linda decided she'd stick to what felt good: warm showers. It's soothing, she said. It relaxes my muscles, calms my mind, and helps me feel clean without the shock. And for many seniors, Linda included, a warm shower is the best and safest option. But even warm water can have hidden effects if not used carefully, especially for those managing blood pressure, heart conditions, or balance issues. Warm showers are generally easier on the body than cold or hot ones. They help to gently open up blood vessels, promote relaxation, and loosen tight muscles. For people with arthritis or stiffness, they can be a daily relief. But here's where the catch comes in. Too much heat or staying in a warm shower too long can actually lower blood pressure too far, too fast, especially in older adults. As the warm water causes vasodilation, the expansion of blood vessels, blood flows more freely to the skin and away from the brain and core organs. In a healthy young body, the nervous system can quickly compensate and maintain blood pressure. But in seniors, the autonomic nervous system often doesn't respond as quickly. The result? Lightheadedness, dizziness, or even fainting, particularly when stepping out of the shower. And the risk is even higher if the person hasn't eaten recently, is slightly dehydrated, or has been standing for a while. Linda recalled one morning when she had taken a long, relaxing shower after skipping breakfast. When she stepped out, she suddenly felt her knees go weak and had to grab the towel rack to stay upright. Her heart was racing, and she broke into a cold sweat. It was a classic case of post-shower hypotension, and it frightened her enough to ask her doctor what she could do differently. The advice was simple but powerful. Limit the shower to 10 to 15 minutes. Use warm but not hot water, and keep the bathroom well ventilated to avoid overheating. It was also recommended that she sit on a shower bench for part of the shower to reduce strain, and to have a towel or robe ready to dry off quickly and keep body temperature stable. Lastly, she started drinking a small glass of water before her shower to stay hydrated, something she'd never thought to do before. Another important factor for seniors is temperature perception. As we age, the skin becomes less sensitive to extreme heat, which means the water may feel fine even when it's actually too hot. This not only increases the risk of burns, but also leads to a sharper drop in blood pressure as the heat draws blood to the surface. Using a thermometer to check the water, or adjusting your water heater to a safe maximum of around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, can help prevent this. What about using warm showers before bed to promote sleep? It depends on timing. If the shower is taken about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, it can help the body cool down naturally afterward, preparing you for restful sleep. But if it's too close to bedtime, it may disrupt your body's temperature rhythm and interfere with falling asleep, especially in seniors whose internal clocks are more fragile. Linda adjusted her routine. She now showers around 5 p.m., enjoys a calming cup of herbal tea afterward, and makes sure the bathroom is cozy but not stuffy. She uses a non-slip mat, a grab bar for safety, and never rushes the process. "I still get the peace I love from a warm shower," she said, "but now I know how to do it safely." So yes, warm showers remain the best overall choice for most seniors. They offer comfort, relaxation, and hygiene without the shock of cold or the extremes of heat. But the key is balance. Not too long, not too hot, and always with awareness of how your body responds. Your heart, your circulation, and your safety depend on those small adjustments. In the next section, we'll go even deeper and explore what science says about the best times of day to shower if you're over 60, and how to match your shower habits with your body's natural rhythms for better energy, better sleep, and better protection from sudden health risks. We often think of showering as a simple part of our daily routine, just something we do without much thought. But as we've explored in this video, the time you choose to shower can have a powerful impact on your health, especially as you age. From sudden drops in blood pressure to disrupted sleep, to increased risk of falls or even cardiac strain, these are not small things. And yet the solution is simple. Pay attention to the signals your body gives you and make small adjustments that support your safety and well-being. Whether it's avoiding very early or very late showers, waiting after meals, keeping the water comfortably warm, or choosing the mid-morning or afternoon hours. Every mindful change helps your body work with you, not against you. You don't need to stop showering. You just need to do it smarter, with care, and with respect for how your body changes over time. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. When you understand the why behind these recommendations, you gain the confidence to make choices that protect your energy, your balance, and your heart. Your bathroom can become a place not just of hygiene, but of healing. So take this knowledge and use it to create a routine that works for you. Shower at the right time, keep your space safe, and most of all, listen to your body. It's always trying to take care of you. Now you can take care of it right back. Thank you so much for watching. Stay warm, stay safe, and let every shower be a gentle step toward better health and peaceful aging. Thanks for being here today. We hope this video gave you something useful or meaningful to take away. If it did, please like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We share new content each week focused on healthy aging, wellness, and practical advice for living well. Tap the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when a new video is released. We're glad to have you with us. See you next time.